Welcome to the Daily Energize Podcast, where you'll get a jolt of energy and a quick tip to help you conquer your day. Now here's your host, the Prince of Positivity himself, Spencer Jones.
Hey Energizer, thank you for hopping in and joining me, Spencer Jones, the Prince of Positivity, in this episode of the Daily Energize. If you could do me a really quick favor, leave a rating and review of this show if you haven't done it yet, I would greatly appreciate it. It helps the algorithm. It also helps other people see that, hey, people are listening to this and they like it, or they don't like it. If you leave that kind of review and rating, that's up to you. But hopefully you like it. And you can leave a rating and review and just let other people know what you think. And that way we can help even more people. So thank you for doing that. Take 30 seconds. I appreciate it. And you know what? Let's hop into today's episode. This episode is about losing your temper. All right, it might be a little different of an episode for us, but one that I think all of us have experienced at some point in our life, and maybe more times than others. Some of us more times than others. And when I'm talking about that person, I'm referring to me. I had a lot of anger issues as a kid. A lot of anger issues. Just constantly frustrated, or not, I shouldn't say constantly frustrated. Easily upset. We'll put it that way. I let my emotions be a roller coaster, right? I didn't know how to control them or to allow them to pass through or to not let them happen. It was just this roller coaster of, okay, I'm doing really good, or I'm really happy, and then boom, I'm pissed off, I'm frustrated, I'm upset, etc. Right? So I'm high and low, and I remember having a temper, being angry at people or at things, and it's not so much like in 5 minutes I'd be better. I usually held on to it for a good chunk of time, but I've gotten better about releasing it as I've aged, of how to let go of that anger so it's not holding me down for that day. Now I've tried to let those feelings and emotions, okay, I recognize that they're there, I flow through them, and I let them go, and we're good. But there's still times, I'm going to be totally open and vulnerable, there are still times when I struggle, when I have that temper that flares up, and something that doesn't need to aggravate me. There's nothing that is even attacking me, but it's just annoying, and I let it continue to dig at me until I get extremely frustrated and angry. It's something I've worked on and I've gotten a lot better, but it still happens. So first part of this is I want to tell you it's okay. If you notice those points in your life, that's okay. I'm glad you have that awareness. Now what can we do to turn those things around? Once you discover what those things are, how can you process and release the anger beforehand? How do you not let it build up? Then you start implementing those things in your life. That's what I've done. And I've been having less, not temper tantrums, but angry bursts, right? Bursts of anger less and less often. But again, I'm human, and it still comes up. So now when that happens, after first knowing that, okay, it happens, give myself grace and love, is I go, okay, why did that trip my trigger? Why did I get really upset with that? Or why did I let that just continue to egg on until the point when I flip my lid? Because I don't want to hurt that other person or other thing. And sometimes it's, it could be other people. Sometimes it's my dog, and I love my dogs. And sometimes they do things that really just tick me off. So, okay, I don't want to burst out at them. What can I do to recognize it? Well, I recognize, especially after the fact, I go and I apologize. Even my dogs, I say, I'm sorry. I pet them. Other people, right? I let them know that, hey, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done that. It's my fault. I apologize for that. I'm working at it. And then I would dissect it. Okay, why did that happen? Why did I let that get to me? Instead of just blowing it off, being like, whatever, I try to dissect it, see what I can learn from it so that I can do better next time without trying to beat myself up over it. It's tricky. It takes a little time. but it's worth it. So when you start to notice your temper flaring, start to implement some of those things and do those things that you already know or have tried before that have worked to help reduce that anger and release it, let it go. If it's not the appropriate time to feel it or experience it, right, you can let it go. And then when you're a little calmer, try to review it. Or even in that moment, sometimes I'll try to review, although it's usually clouded vision. But try to review and see, okay, what's going on? Why am I so angry? Why am I frustrated? Right? Taming that temper can be tough. But the cool part is it is possible. Right? Anger is just an emotion. Emotions aren't necessarily bad. When we express them or feel them, that might be a different story. That might leave negative impact. But if we want to leave a positive impact, okay, well, we can feel anger and frustration and have that temper at points when it's appropriate. Let's try to figure out when that is and allow ourselves to have it at that point. It's not easy, but it's worth it. And it's okay. It's okay to stumble. It's okay to fall. Whether that's with anger, whether that's with your feelings and emotions of other things, sadness. All of a sudden you fall off the wagon with something. It happens to all of us in all areas of our life. The big thing is don't let it keep you down. Pick yourself back up and keep going. Remember, you're not alone. You have me, you have our Energizer family here by your side. Whether it's your temper or something else, we got you. We're here for you and we love you. So when we get that temper, we get frustrated, exhale, breathe in that calm and peace. Try to find that center when you can. And so that you can release that anger from that moment, then you can review it and see what you can do to get rid of it even faster next time. All right, that's all I got. Little different episode. Hopefully there was a takeaway in there for you. Just want to share some thoughts, something, because, it's something I've been struggling with, and just want to be open and share. So I hope it was helpful. I appreciate you. I love you. Keep shining your beautiful light with the world. And until next time, I will catch you later.
Yeah.